Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a love or loss spread for all of my Taurus out there. So let's get after it. Okay, here we go. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter, Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Some cards I need to see. Some cards I need to see. What type of energies are my Taurus currently dealing with? What kind of energies are all of my Taurus currently dealing with here? Some cards you need to see. Some cards you need to see. Some cards that I need to see. There you go. Feels great. There we go. Okay. Okay, my Taurus. You are dealing with someone that has the belief that they have the high ground here with the Seven of Wands energy. So this is a person that believes that they have the high ground in dealing with this, pursuing a potential relationship with you. So let's rip this baby apart here. So someone that's assuming that they have the high ground, obviously, knows some things about you. Okay. They know this person feels, I feel like what's emanating off these cards here is this person knows your likes, your dislikes, your wants, things of that nature here. Yes, this is definitely an X energy here, okay, with the Judgment card. This is an X energy here. So let's just rip this thing apart and see what's what here. So when this is an X here, that you have been somewhat in communications here with the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Swords energy. So there's been some straight talk that has taken place here between you and this individual here. Okay, and Queen of Swords is all about kind of telling things like they are here. Things have been a very straightforward type of presentation that's taking place here. So there is, things that there's been straight talk here, which has been catharsis to a certain extent. And because of that, things are easing up a little bit here. You can see this here with the Six of Swords here. Things were kind of choppy, kind of crazy, but things are kind of moving into a more calm, more resolute situation, if you will. Okay, so you're not pulling your hair out every time you're around this individual at this point. Things are kind of calming down, kind of settling down. When you see this individual. Now, we do have a situation here with the Seven of Swords, which leads me to believe here there was a great amount of arguments and disputes about a potential, this person potentially having sneaky behavior. Now, what I'm going to say here is this here. I feel as though, in order for this to really resonate with you, I mean, if you caught this individual, just red-handed, then obviously this isn't not for you. This is a situation in which there was some type of cheating suspected, but it was never actually, this person's never actually caught red-handed per se. This person's behavior was kind of obtuse at times, but there never was no there. There was always the suspicion that it was there, and that was why the relationship kind of disintegrated, in other words. Okay, so if you're this individual and your partner actually cheated on you, this is not for you. Okay, I just want to put that out there before I get all those nasty comments and stuff like that. Okay, so also there's been a bit of intuition that's been used here to kind of help you navigate through the minutia here of this situation here. There's been like a sixth sense here that's really like your instincts are telling you, well, maybe I was a little bit too harsh. Maybe things weren't as bad as I thought they were. Okay, there's definitely that energy going on here. So there's some second guessing that's beginning to go on with you. Again, I want to reiterate, this is a situation which, there was a suspicion, but there actually never was, of individual caught red-handed, so to speak, okay? This is a situation in which it was like he was suspected, but was never proven. And, you're reevaluating the situation here. There's also been some talk here between you and this person. Hierophant card here, something more traditional, long-term relationship, possible, marriage, exactly. So in other words, it's been a reminiscing of why things went wrong, things of that nature. So that being said here, let's us see what are the potential strengths of this situation. What are the potential strengths of this potential situation? What are the potential strengths of you guys coming back together here? What are the potential strengths of you guys coming back together here? What are all the potential strengths of you guys potentially coming back together here? Some cards you need to see. Some cards you need to see. Some cards that I need to see. All right. 2 popped out. We definitely get to take those off the top here. Okay, cool. So, got to go here. What are the potential strengths here? We have the 5 of Wands. You may be wondering, why is the 5 of Wands seen as a potential strength here? This is why. It's seen as a positive here because you guys are airing things out. You're getting to the bottom of your grievances here. A lot of these things, I feel as though a lot of this stuff was kind of bottled up. It was a lot of misunderstandings. There was a lot of grievances that took place here. Now what's beginning to happen is things are kind of coming to the forefront. Things are really being, things that were just beneath the surface are really coming out. Things that really needed to come out. There's some straight talk that's taking place. That's why they're seen as a positive thing here. Also, we have the Empress card here. Empress card means, can mean fertility. Okay, there's definitely an aspect here. Also, it can mean material abundance as well. So there's a lot of talk about potential family things, talk about things that you guys wanted to do. Definitely having a family sometime in the future could be part of the conversation, but overall material abundance. So there's just basically like a clearing of the air here that is taking place here. Also, we got the 2 of Pentacles here. 2 of Pentacles here. So 2 of Pentacles here is that, there's a balancing act being struck here. Okay, so there's this, there's definitely this aspect of the thought process of, could I juggle these 2 things at one time? Could I juggle having another shot in this relationship, being able to balance this in my life? Do I have room for this in my life at the moment? So there's a balancing act being struck here. At least there's a thought process that's beginning to take place here with this. We have here the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups represents someone that is definitely willing to be loyal, a person looking to be loyal, a person looking to be devoted here. Okay, so that's definitely a part of this analogy as well. We also have here the 3 of Wands. Here, 3 of Wands representing this person. You and this person alike are just kind of waiting to see what kind of things come over that horizon line, if you will. So again, there is an airing of grievances that is currently taking place here. You're looking at the horizon line. You're waiting to see what kind of good news is coming over the horizon line. So in other words, both of you are kind of actively looking for a reason to kind of hold on. Okay, not to give up. So you're both actively looking for a reason to hold on to something here. Now, even though that's the case here, again, we have the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords represents a person that feels like their hands are tied behind their back. They feel like they're kind of like they're being marginalized, in other words. Now we got to go back to the question: what are the potential strengths of this situation? Well, the potential strength of this situation is that there definitely is an acknowledgement that hey, I do feel like my hands are kind of tied behind my back. You got to kind of you both kind of want to take your time. So you're both kind of feeling each other out here, and that's causing you to feel like your hands are tied behind your back. You can't really just be all encompassing your way you want to. You're being careful. So, okay, and both of you collectively are being careful. Okay, so when I say you in this particular case, I'm not talking about the singular. I'm talking about the plural. I'm talking about both of you collectively together. So, with that being the case here, what are your potential blockages? What has yet still to be resolved here? So, here we go. What are your potential blockages here? 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 Here we go. Cards need to see. Cards need to see. Cards that I need to see. There you go. Okay, so the potential blockages are spiritual strength and passion. Right now, there's not a whole lot of passion surrounding the situation because obviously there is still a feeling outgoing that the process that you guys are going through here. It's not a great deal of focus on passion because and potential strength here because both of you collectively are still trying to work out exactly what went wrong, why it went wrong, that sort of thing here. We also got the Page of Wands here. Potential blocks here. Page of Wands is a very exploratory energy, kind of thinking out the box type of energy, kind of march to be their own drums. In other words, kind of doing things differently, being very exploratory, very exciting. Nothing right now is very exciting about this situation, actually. The energy that I'm picking up off of these cards here with this situation is that there's really just like a clearing of the air, so to speak, right now. You know, that's not to say that you guys are going to move forward per se with a relationship, although that is the ideal result of this. But right now, there's just like a clearing of the air, so to speak. Okay, to kind of get a beeline on exactly where you guys are. Finally, here we got the Nine of Wands. Your Nine of Wands obviously means that there are, you guys are both being very, very cautious. Okay, like I said, you're feeling each other out, being very, very cautious, and that is a potential block, is because until you guys can get over this initial, you especially can get over this initial feeling of the suspicions that you've had here, until you are satisfied, then there is no moving forward here. So you're still going to be cautious in your approach to the situation. So that being the case here, let us see. If it's a love or loss situation, I would say I'm more leaning on the air of, it's more like a 50-50 split at this point as far as the love or loss department, because unless you guys could get over, if you guys can get over this grievances, these sums here, then we're talking about something can really start popping here. But until then, there's still some stagnation here that needs to be worked out. So this is a 50-50. It may even be like, it's like a 50-50 split here. Let's see what additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down here. What additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down here? What additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down here? Cards. I need. So, first up, it's a beautiful card too, by the way. Beautiful oracle deck here. Dream redirection. So, what this is telling me here is you need to redream this situation. In other words, rethink this situation, okay? There may have been the air of something not quite right, okay? It could have been that, or it could not have been that. And again, you're never really going to know either way until you rule things in and rule them out. So kind of like, you thought that things were going like, oh, okay, this is what's going on here. Spirit saying, I'll back this up a little bit. Reimagine this situation here. Maybe things aren't what you thought they were. Maybe they were, but maybe they weren't. So you may have to, just may kind of back up here a little bit here. Also, be reborn daily. Let go of the past and breathe new life and reincarnation here. Again, Spirit saying, if you're going to start over, if you're really going to start over, then start over. Okay? There's only so many times that you're going to rehash a situation and say, well, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? At some point, you either got to rule it in or you got to rule it out. And it appears that there's a lot of that second guessing that's going on here. Again, there is a clearing of the air that's taking place here. But it's like, hey, listen, either if you're going to do it, then do it all the way. No half-stepping with this. You're going to bring it in, bring it all the way in, or let it all the way out. Okay? And finally here, with all of that being said, never, never, never forget about the me time. Okay? And learn how to enjoy your own company. You know, if you need a little bit of break to reassess things, to, you know, really put these things together, then don't be afraid. Step back, take a step back, take a breath, take some me time to kind of put things together and make them where they make sense within you. Okay, so don't forget to do that as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna shut this thing down now. This is a general love reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you and you want to know more about this particular situation, I will definitely leave a link down in the description box. Make sure you guys get yourself a personal reading if you want one. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine too. Just take those parts of this reading that do and disregard the rest. Also, if you haven't already, please like, please share, and absolutely subscribe. It really helps the channel, but more important, it helps the algorithm really take my very unique style of tarot out there to others that may be interested in this sort of tarot presentation. So thank you in advance. My name is Adonis. I love you guys, and I will absolutely, positively see you next time. Bye-bye.